Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your Columbus Compass Series 297 RKC fifth wheel. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you're going to have a slide as well as a top for your outdoor kitchen and this big awning. Awning will need the most room, so leave plenty of room for them to come in and out unimpeded. And on your off camp side, besides your slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in all the way on the rear here. On your off camp side or driver's side of your tow vehicle, very back corner. And your docking station is going to be up toward the front. So I recommend on a fifth wheel a really long water hose in case the power and water are right next to each other. So once you arrive, we're going to unhook our hitch by coming to our auto leveling system. I'm going to push this back here. All your instructions are right over here. So all we're going to do is touch you up and down at the same time to turn that on. And then we're simply going to raise or lower our landing legs until we're off our vehicle. Pull our vehicle up out of the way and simply touch auto level. Auto level is going to run down your auto leveling here as well as behind your tires there. And then it's going to adjust your landing legs until this whole unit is level and stable. Once it is, this light will start blinking. Everything will stop moving. We'll know we're level and stable, and we can hook up our power and water. On the rear corner back here is your 50 amp service. The way that plugs in, goes in and turns to the right, and you put on this gray washer. At the end of that 50 amp service, should you need to plug in at another campsite, we got a 50 to 30 amp reducer. Also in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Again, our docking station will be in this cabinet here on our off camp side. So they made it pretty simple. Just going to follow the instructions on here by making these levers match here. So at campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. That's your city inlet to your fixtures. White down, green to the left, red up, blue to the left. Now we match that. Then we grab our water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up. Got our city fixture set. Don't turn on that hose yet. We're going to go to our hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, and this whole door will come right up off here, is make sure our drain plug's back in. Throw some plumber's tape around that. Tape preferably. Putty will gum up on you. That's an 1 1/8" socket. Get that in there nice and tight, and you can go ahead and turn on that hose. Now, after your hose has been on for a little bit, you can go inside, deploy your slides. I need you to get inside and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through those. Get all the air out of the lines. Once you've done that, then you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There's an on-off electric element down here. Do not turn that on unless you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, leave that to off and turn it on indoors. Up here on your reset valves, If a hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come up here to see if they're bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in, and then there's your pressure release valve. All right, so let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water, we're gonna go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we have a two-step process. We're gonna start by filling up our tank, our freshwater tank. Power fill tank. White down, green to the left, red up, blue down. Fill it in the same spot. Treat your hot water heater the same way by making sure it is closed, plugged up before you turn it on. You're going to go inside, you're going to watch this water tank fill up. On your panel inside, you'll be able to see your fresh water where you see your black and gray tanks. Once that's full, we're going to remove our hose, then we're going to switch this to dry camping. Blue there, red and green up. Now we match the dry camping. Then, when we want to utilize that fresh water, we'll turn on our water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water, that's already pressurized. You can turn it on out here or indoors. This is usually to turn it on when you're going to sanitize or winterize the unit. Your unit is already winterized, so when you arrive, simply hook up to city water, run everything out until you have clear water everywhere. Once you have clear water everywhere, then you can change your hot water bypass and let water into that. All right, we're all set up for power and water. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, starting here in the docking station. Hot and cold shower with a spray hose that will go on there. Your cable and satellite. Again, fresh water connection. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks. City water, black and gray tanks. 110. This will be where your water filter goes, and use this to change it. Convenient area to run your water hoses down through. That is your inverter and access panel right here to your water lines. Up front here is your propane and a regulator up there. Lefty loosey to open. Continuing down your off camp side, again your hot water heater. This is a flue for your furnace. A couple things on that, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it, it does get hot. There's where we'll dump our tanks at. Auto leveling system. There's a fresh water tank underneath there, easier access, low point drain when the slide is closed. This is where you can get into your ice maker valve and access to the back of your fridge. You have an extra galley tank back here. Your power. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with a recommended RV roofing caulk. You're also prepped for a backup camera on the unit. Device you can buy that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this device, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Coming down our side here, this hole here is for a manual override. You have a crank in there in case you lose power and need to get your slide open. Also an LP quick connect underneath there. There's a quick connect hose for your outdoor griddle. We'll move that to the side, pull this out. I'm going to flip this top over. It travels best the way I just had it there. So that's how you hook that up. Hook up your quick connect LP there. Quick connect LP right back there. Continuing around the front here, got your hand cranks. The smaller one is for your spare tire. That's your manual override. Prep for a TV. You can set a TV out here and plug in cable in 110. This is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That will come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. The other side of your propane, your battery posts, check them every now and then, make sure those haven't wiggled loose. You'll probably never have to change that. That is the liquid for your hydraulic system, leveling system. Up front, another docking light, as well as a light for in there and a light for up front here. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Covering up inside your unit, first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone who's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. So to our right as we come in is a door to open up to our control panel. So we'll start on the left here where you run your awning. It slides in and out. Show you your awning working here real quick. You're gonna run that out just till you see your silver bar. Your flap's a little wet right now, so there it goes. And run that out till your flap falls down, you can see that silver bar. Now if you're not paying attention and you continue to run these out, they will run themselves out and run themselves up backwards. But keep an eye on it when you run it out and make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Continue running that back in for you. With our door. So over here to the left is our slides again in our awning. To our right is where you check your freshwater button. That's what I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. As well as black and gray tanks. Down here is where you turn on your tank heaters. Those are little 12-volt pads that go on your tanks in case you're in inclement weather. You want to turn them on in case you think they might freeze. Here's your water heater. You turn that on if you're hooked up to gas here, electric here, and it does make a difference. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. And these are all lighting. Down below this control panel is your breaker box, enthusiast. Ton of 15s in there. I highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Come around the corner here. This is just another place that you can do your auto leveling system. Just touch leveling, touch leveler, and you can auto level from in here. Down here is your thermostat. To the right of that is this light and fan. The light on. Oh, there's the light on. Get the fan going. There you go. Shut that off. Show you real quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. So best if you stand in the middle, it gives you good leverage. Remove your Velcro cushions. As you see, these will come out individually. Lift this up, hold your legs out, set it down, and you have a twin bed here. Do the same thing on the other. Just the biggest thing on these, folks, is you want to make sure you lift up the back before lifting up the front, otherwise you could damage your sofa. Hold you back down as you're coming in. Cushions back, and just that quickly, you're back to a sofa. Individual one-touch lighting under here. Full power recliners here. Touch for lighting. More lighting here. Blackout shades. Pantry. Residential fridge. Come back here, you've got tons more lighting. 110 up here. Self-explanatory microwave. Light and fan above your cooktop. This glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Flip that back. Turn this to light. Hit ignite. You have to push it and hit ignite at the same time. Once your gas is on, that'll light. Same thing on the oven. Looks like the oven does not have a pilot light that you would turn this to light. Oh, it does have a pilot. It says pilot right there. So you will have a pilot light to light up for your oven. Manual for that right inside your oven. You have this cooktop down for traveling. Got a bunch of straps right here for strapping your chairs down for travel. More lighting here. Let's check out your TV. Find your remote here. Found your remote right in that top drawer over there with the rest of your paperwork. We'll turn that on. You have to set this up when you get to the campsite or wherever you're watching it at. There's your TV working. Go through the setup on it. I just want to show you over here. Lift up on that. That'll release this. So when you arrive at the campsites, I'm going to turn it on from over here. I don't think my finger can get in there. There we go. There is a button right next to your cable there. Make sure you push that in before you run your digital channel scan. That'll allow you to pick up more channels. Lock that back in there and make sure this is locked back up in there for travel. There we go. Connex sound system. Fire that up. Probably won't pick up much in this metal building. I can bring the volume up here. See if we can get anything to come in. Scan. So you got 3 zones: indoors, outdoors, and I believe up in the bedroom for the other one. Nah, not gonna pick up much here. So I'm gonna go through your sources. You got an optical, DVD player, Bluetooth, TV sound, auxiliary, and FM. Down here, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can make it brighter or dimmer, but the biggest thing is the heat, folks. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, it's getting toasty already. If you're hooked up at a campsite, use this heat instead of your gas. You'll get it warm in here in no time, and you can save your gas. Max air vent. Turn that on here. That is max air vent. Right over here. Just hit on. It is going to open and turn on your fan. Shut that off. Nice exhaust system. Coming up the hallway. You have a separate slide for your bedroom here. In your bathroom, a couple things. Make sure that this shower doors are snapped all the way open. This is where your GFCI reset with 110 is. In the bedroom, you got 3 places to lock these doors. You want to make sure for travel they are all locked. Get this in here. 1, 2, 3. Make sure all these doors, we don't want to ruin those doors. You're also prepped for a washer and dryer in here. Extra 110s with GFCIs on those. Underneath your bed, in the storage, is your fold-up chairs that match your chairs in your dinette. You're also prepped for a TV back here. There's your back. There's your cable and 110. One more door to lock back. See down here where your bedroom door locks in. This is a temperature reader. Just helps the thermostat to work better. I think we about covered everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to begin up in the bedroom on units like this by shutting my main lights off. And I'm going to say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede this slide from coming in. And hit slide in. Make sure your doors here are closed, your drawers. It's okay to hear that noise. That is just the slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further. Again, make sure that you have those shower doors secure. Go to my control panel here. And I'm going to shut off every light on here. Then I can walk around and see all the individual lighting that needs to be shut off before we hit the road. Right now I can come back to my control panel, just turn on my living room lights here and here, first 2. And say again, doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are secured. We'll tie down your chairs before you take off. Make sure your TV snap back. Everything's ready to head down the road. And let's bring our slides in. First one here. Again, you see the importance of having everything closed because these utilize every inch that they can. Again, okay to hear that noise. A lot of people have the misconception that it is their slide mechanism grinding when it is not. Alright, shut off our last two lights and exit the unit. Biggest thing to remember on these steps, folks, is to make sure that your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this piece here could catch on it. You also have adjustable legs. Cotter pin right there to remove to make them shorter or longer. Set this inside. Lock and deadbolt and lift and turn this handle. Now, if we are boondocking, we're gonna come around. We're gonna get up underneath here and dump our freshwater drain. Otherwise, unhook our cable, our water, our power. Come up front again, use our landing leveling system to get our hitch hooked up. Before we hook our hitch up, we're going to come here and turn this back on, and then we're going to hit retract all. Retract all is going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks, and it's going to set your landing legs to where they were when you hit auto level. When that's done, hook up your hitch, head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be just ahead of the tires on your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your hose, come in here and pull your black tank. Your black tank is going to be all your sewage. Once that's done, go inside, check your panel, make sure your black tank is empty. If it is, leave this handle open, grab the hose at the dump station and hook up to this tank flush. Let that wash out for a good 5 minutes. Get all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove your hose. Make sure all of the washout that you put in there has drained. Then close your black tank, pull your gray tank. Now if that gray tank is done, after that's done, close your black, pull your gray tank. Again, that's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. When that's empty, close that gray, remove this hose. Either get a bigger, stronger, longer hose to hook up back here or pull your unit forward. Use this whole hose and pull this gray tank. It's going to be galley water from your outside kitchen on the other side. Once that's done, take your hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right there in your bumper. Last thing you're going to do is get up underneath here and dump that low point drain. When that low point drain is empty, come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump hot water out of there, so be careful. When that's done, push that handle back down, otherwise your door won't go back on. Pull your drain plug, put your door back on, and head on home. Again, thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Columbus for many years to come. Happy camping.